The Venture Capital Private Equity Conference at HBS is the largest student organized conference at Harvard and possibly the world. We had about 1,500 attendees this year, spanning from business students from all programs and schools, industry professionals, and industry titans. I chose to help put this conference together, and I thought you guys might be curious to hear about what happens in the background and how it all works. So, here's a brief rundown of how the conference works. First, it's important to know that the organization is a nonprofit. That said, it does cost over $200,000 to run the conference. There are two primary sources of revenue: ticket sales and sponsorships. Ticket sales are not the biggest contributor to revenue, and the ticket cost is more used as an incentive to have people who signed up show up. The ticket includes breakfast, lunch, a reception, invaluable knowledge and networking, and, if you showed up early enough, free swag. The larger chunk of the revenue is made by sponsorships. Sponsors can pay some amount of money, there are various tiers, to moderate a panel and get an ad in the conference materials and table. At first, it seemed a little low value to me, but I asked one of the sponsors what's really in it for them, and she said it was to network with the panelists to drum up business. So that seems way more legit. The sponsors are leveraging the connections that HBS students have to drive business for their firms. No wonder some of them pay the price of a wedding to sponsor us. This money is spent on renting out the various HBS facilities, paying the staff, catering for all the attendees, all the marketing and paper materials, a VIP dinner, swag, and probably more things I don't even know about. We had 20 panels curated by HBS student panel captains. The content was honestly so good, but I wasn't a panel captain. My job was to help on the back end, arrange professional photography, help market and sell the tickets, design and procure the swag, figure out the logistics to store and distribute the swag, create LinkedIn content and the conference backdrops, help put the program together, and firefight all the problems that came our way. So, here is a small inside look at that. The Tuesday before the conference, we had our last team meeting to go over important information and logistics of the conference. This is when I distribute the swag to the team, and this was only 1/4 of the total swag count, and it was a lot. So that day, I decided to hire a TaskRabbit to help move the swag on conference day. I also chose swag that I would personally want. I wanted a leak-proof tumbler and a new compact backpack. So that's what I chose. I figured that people would love and use at least one, and I would get the things that I wanted. Everyone loved the swag, and the second year students said that it was way better than last year's. So I call that a success. On the Friday before the conference, we had a VIP dinner at the Harvard Club. It was literally so bougie. This was a fancy event for all the team members, panelists, and sponsors to chit-chat, aka beg for jobs and beg for business. The food was excellent, but I was very upset that there was some policy that the Harvard Club has that you cannot take food out of the building. I could not finish this super decadent meal, so it felt really wasteful. Don't tell them, but next time I'm bringing a purse with a Tupperware in it. Literally so pretentious. Anyway, after yapping my introvert brain out, I went home while some friends continued to party. T-0, it's conference day. I woke up so early to deal with the swag logistics, and I was so grateful for my TaskRabbit. My first TaskRabbit booking legit canceled on me during the VIP dinner, less than 12 hours before the job. Luckily, I was able to find someone to replace him, and this guy went above and beyond. The conference was a blur between helping with operations, attending the amazing keynotes and panels, and even sneaking home to take a nap because I couldn't hang. At the end, we took a team pic and dispersed. There was a reception, but I was all yapped out. I didn't feel the need to beg for a job. I don't drink alcohol, and I was dead tired. So after giving away the last few backpacks, I went home. I'm thrilled that the conference went well, and I was very relieved that the fires have come to an end. Well, until next year. So yeah, that was the week leading up to the conference, and I hope to see you guys there next year. But until then, if you thought this was interesting, please consider liking and subscribing. Bye, guys!